What's going on? Back at it again, MK Clan. Today we're going to be talking about business tips. Business tips on how to start your own business. It doesn't take much for anyone to really start their own business. You don't have to be rich to start your own business. You can start from nothing to gaining hundreds of dollars in just a week's time. Me personally, I chose not to work for anyone else at the present moment. I said I was going to do full force of creating my own business. Mm-mm. Um, so I started my own. Like I said, I chose to start my own business to make, because you can make more money in selling your own products than selling for somebody. Why would I sell for somebody when I can make that same money they making? Um, so much as saying, why be the buyer when you can be the one who's selling? Me personally, I'm gonna become a seller. I'm I'm looking at products that people are buying, and I'm like, they like this item. You can go pay this much for an item. Well, why not? I gain that item and I profit from it. I rather profit than be a buyer all my life. I'd rather be the seller. I'd rather be the one who are issuing out things to the industry, to people that people stores. I'd rather sell my product to them. But starting out, I'm gonna be just a small time seller. And like I said, it's money in it. Why can't it's free money out here to be made? Why can't I do it? Think about it. Ask yourself, why can't you do it? It's free money out here to be made. You find distributors that sell stuff. You find vendors, get you some vendors. You can sell the same things that, okay, I go to the hair store, I see this, or I go to the phone store, oh, I see this, or, like me personally, my business consists of, as of right now, I'm gonna be selling phone accessories and shoes. Those are things that people want. So me, I found out, I looked, I researched it, and I watched people. So I chose to say, well, I know people always like phone cases and things of that nature. So why can't I sell phone? Because most of the time, the only people that sell phone cases and stuff like that are cell phone accessory stores. Well, I want to be the change in the game. The only other place besides most of the time I haven't, okay, you see Walmart sell it. Okay. You pay this for Walmart, but they don't have everything that everyone is looking for. Okay. You have different type of people. You have people that are basic, that like basic things. Then you have people that like designer things of that nature or that sort. So this is my thing. Why can't I be that one to be able to distribute to that person? Because you'll go and pay bukus of money to the cell phone distributor store, when they taxing, they overpricing you, taxing you and stuff like this. You buy from me, you won't pay taxes. Not as of right now until I get certified for a storefront and I have to pay taxes. Well, you say, well, okay, why don't I have to pay taxes and you buying the stuff to distribute and stuff? Well, here's the thing. I am a small time business owner. I don't have the just a moment. What's the come here, Sarah? Mm-hmm. What's that number that you have to be tax verified?
The EIN number?
Right. I don't have an EIN number yet because I'm small time. I'm getting myself established. So it's getting myself established. Okay. Like I said, you find out things that people want. Everyday things that you can't go wrong with selling and buying. Okay. People like clothes. Okay. Right. So what you do is you find stores that sell the type of clothing. It don't even have to be name brand because everybody don't wear name brand. But there are stores online that are selling. Like I can go in the mall and say, for instance, I go in the mall, I see a shirt for $50 or $40. Well, I go online, I see that same shirt for $20 or $30. Well, me, if when you starting out a business, you want to be able to add profit. So when you come out with your price, you don't have to go down on it. But if I find the shirt that I see in the store for $50, I find it online for half of that price because they are profiting. I find it online for $25. Well, I say, well, I'm not trying to bust nobody's head or anything, so I sell the shirt for $40. They're getting half. They're getting a whole $25 profit off of you. Well, if you sell it for less than that, think about it. And once you add the small amounts, they increase to bigger amounts. This is a one-on-one of how to start your own business. You have to think like that. You can't be like, well, I'm just trying to get some money, this and that. No. When you're starting a business, you're investing in your business. Me, for instance, I just now started my own business. And what I did was I took some of my own money, my own personal money. When I sell my products, once I make my profit, I will put the money that I have taken from my personal account and I'll be able to put it back in my account. So therefore, when I'm able to sell more things, I'm able to stock up on more products. Once I sell more after I pay myself back, because I owe myself that because I took it from my personal well-being. So what I'm saying is, if you are able, because everybody's not able to be fortunate enough to like, just say for instance, to have the money to start a business, right? I'm not saying you have to be rich. Well, I'm not going to even say, because I don't know the exact amount, but starting out with small stuff. If you go to, you can go to Alabama. You can also go to, what else is there? What you could do is go to wholesale websites. What's that other wholesale website?
There's multiple different ones, but you can get vendors lists in small amount of prices.
Right. But I was gonna tell them about that, but I'm trying to see what's the other one that's on the AliExpress. AliExpress. You can go to AliExpress, Alibaba, and find items that you would like to sell. Find the items that you would like to sell. Okay, the prices are, reasonable. But then, I find reasonable prices, but then I have to look at the shipping. Because most of the time they're not from here. They're coming from different places, China, different places, factories. So I have to pay this right here. So how do I make my money back? Well, people be like, well, this is a little bit higher than I pay over here. Well, that's because multi-billion corporations are able to buy more of a product. They're able to buy a better mass. So therefore, I can sell it to you for cheaper because I'm getting a deal. Well, for me, somebody like me, I'm only able to buy small products because what I am doing, and it's a secret, but it's not a secret. What I'm doing is letting the business make itself. I'm letting the business make its own money. Once I make the money for the business, that money goes into some more product. So therefore, my business is building itself, not my personal money.
Your business is paying for itself.
Exactly. So therefore, my money isn't gonna be.
You're not coming out of pocket.
Right. I'm not coming out of pocket for my own business. My business paid for my business. So that's what I'm saying. Like I said, it's things to look at into. If you sitting at home every day, you don't have anything to do. I chose to not go back to work, not go to clock in. I'm not gonna say not go back to work because working for yourself is going to work. You get up every morning and you grind and do what you have to do. Well, I chose not to punch into anyone's clock anymore. Speaking of, I have somebody here that just started her own business, small business or whatnot.
It's him.
And I also work for her on the side, but that money can also help my business. You got to think about it. Just say, well, I ain't got nobody I can work for and get this type of money. Well, there's different things you can do. Well, all right. You let me see. I can give you an example. Go to the store. You might not have enough money to do this. Okay, if you're a teenager, this is even good for teenagers. You can't having your own business the way that I'm doing it, the way that I'm going by it. A baby, not literally a baby, but a teenager can do it. If you want to stop working and you don't want to work up under nobody, you could be a teenager right now. Long as you have people skills, because a lot of people, they don't just deal with you because of your prices, they deal with you because of your intellect, of how you come toward them, how you speak to them. It's a lot of different variations coming to, on your own business. This person right next to me might have something for $100. I could be next to them and sell mine for $150, but I got a better attitude than the person with $100. So they chose me because you was more about of how you treat your customer. You cared about how you treat your customer. Like I was saying, small business owners, anybody could do it. My sister, she has recently started, which one day I'm speaking it for her. Sierra, if you don't mind coming around.
Hold on 1 second. I gotta get myself together.
Okay. But well, one day
But that is
most likely become $1 million corporation. You can become that person that owns that $1 million corporation. My mind is not to stay at a certain amount. My mind is to expand and build more than I can, more than I'm able to. These are just tips. Like I said, I started out with only a few items. I didn't have a lot of money. I still don't have a lot of money. I'm still, like I said, I'm building. But you don't have to have a lot of money to do this. Right now, let me show you. When I say that my business is a small business, this is not all the products that I will have in the future that I have for now. But starting out, most people don't show you the secrets or how they do it or whatnot. Well, this is me right now. Which I hope and I'm striving for my business to become $1 million company one day, but I'll be able to look back and say, well, I started out of a Jordan box. 30 years from now, 20 years from now, I started out of a Jordan box. And I sell phone. I sell AirPod cases. I have more products coming in, but I'm showing you of what I'm starting out with. I have different AirPod cases. And also, if you would like to purchase one of the AirPod cases or anything, because like I said, I'm getting more product, more stuff in. What you could do is I will try to add my Facebook, because I sell on Facebook Market, and my Instagram, where you can message me and DM me. So if you need me to ship it to you, I still can. I have you to go over to Facebook Market and purchase it, because I do shipping, and I also do local. So I'll be able to get it to you either way. Speaking of, I am looking into getting a Square, so I'm able to take cars and things like that. People don't tell you these inside deals. You don't have to be rich to start none of this. Trust me. These are some more of my stuff that I got in. Also, I still got these on hand. And if you see it on this live and you want them, for your loved one, they missed out. Like I said, I sell shoes. Got these from Champs. They are legit from Champs. They are. And I still have the Retro 4 Men's 9.5. I still have that in. Okay. And if you want to know what the shoe looks like, and if you want to see the review on this shoe, I have a live up for it. That's have the review of when this shoe drops Saturday. So you can go check that video out if you would like it. But I still have the shoe, still unworn. If you want to get your loved one, yourself, your dad, because Father's Day is coming up and they didn't get a chance to get it, even though Mother's Day coming first. But you can have this put up if you can afford it, because like I said, it's all a business, all a trade, you know. But like I said, it doesn't take much. I'm not saying, like I keep saying, I can't stress it enough. You don't have to be rich to do this. Like I said, now, Sierra, come here. Come on, Freddie.
Oh, you want me to come to the camera?
Yeah. Okay. So this is Sierra, my sister, which is the name of the channel. It was originally supposed to be both ours, and it was inspired by me and her. Her middle name is Monique. My middle name is Kiara, which I was saying, neither one of us came from a rich home. We was well off, you know. Would you agree? Well, my parents,
We were able to make it.
yeah, I was gonna say our parents had decent jobs, but as we got older, well, you know, life goes on or whatever, and so my father passed, and so therefore my mom was stuck taking care of us, and so we was in a predicament where we was like, my mom did what she could do, but then we end up having to get jobs and you know, stuff like that. So therefore we was put in a predicament that we had to, you know, start working if we wanted things that we weren't, you know, that we were at first given. So we was like, and then so me, as growing up like that, being given things, it took a toll on me when I became grown because I jumped from job to job. I did this and I did that. And then sometimes I didn't get along with people. And I was like, well, I need to find something that's for me. I need to find something that's for me. Don't you agree? Because I get into it with everybody at the job, right?
Oh, yeah.
Exactly. So I said, well, instead of working for somebody, why don't I work for myself? She has started her own hair place, her hair store. Well, you spend this money here at different hair stores and this and that. Well, when you go to your local hair store, they might not have a website. She do not only pop-up shops, not only are we working it to get into a store and having a mobile store, we do a lot of different things. Like I said, this is my second job outside of my own business.
And also, what you don't see a lot of is you don't see a lot of Black-owned beauty supply stores. So that was one reason why I wanted to start it, because sometimes people just want to buy from somebody that looks like them. And plus, wonderful customer service, give you whatever you want, always gives, and just
May you let me speak just into it a little bit. Okay, this is what I was going to say about that. Not downing any other race when she said the Black community of our ethnicity. We're not downing other races at all. I just want that to be stated. Now you may carry on. I just had to let that be known so they don't think it was like, you know, because we're not biased. We're not biased.
I'm not racist at all. But some people just want to be able to buy from somebody that looks like them.
Yeah. Is that all you have to say?
Well, I'm actually doing some work for my beauty supply store, and I'm actually doing a little photo shoot. So that's what I'm working on now, but that stopped. So y'all can see my face. It's been some years, but so y'all can see my face, so I can talk to y'all a little bit.
And thank you so much. Hopefully we're able, because your name is on this, hopefully we're able to see you in the future with your products. And you be able to have your rents on here. And like I said, thank you again. And
follow Pretty Fashionista starting June 1st on YouTube. And we're going to have vlogs and different things. So be along for the ride.
And that'll also be posted on here for the Pretty Fashionista, because like I said, This page was inspired for me and her. And soon, as I continue to get established, I will branch off also from this page, and I will end up moving my channel, well, my business channel, over to the business name. So I will have this channel just to do reviews. But right now, like I said, as of right now, I was just letting you know that being your own business don't take much. You don't have to come from much. You can do it as a teenager. You can do it as a kid. Trust me. I'm not gonna say I was struggling. I haven't struggled, I thank God. But I haven't really had a steady job for 2 years. And now I'm able to wear, do, go as I please. I remember it was times where I went out with my sister and I was like, well, I ain't got the money. I can't afford it, and I haven't had to do that in I don't know when. But now that I started my own business, I definitely don't have to be like, oh well, I don't have to be like, well, I need you for this, I need you for that. Well, now it's time to vice versa. It's time for me to be able to help her. Like I said, if you want to do something, get out your mom's pocket. If you don't want to have a regular job and work a 9 to 5, or when you get out of school, invest in yourself. Even if you're working now, you can end up quit working and making the same money that you're making in 2 weeks in 2 or 3 days. Anybody can do this. Find some products, and I will have a list of different vendors. See, most of the time, and a lot of people don't do, is most of the time when you have vendors, they make you pay for the vendors. Me, I'm going to give you the vendors. I'm going to give you every tip that you'll need to start your own business, because a lot of people doesn't do that. I'm going to give you everything that I have. I didn't have anybody to give me the training or this or that, the ins or the outs. I watched. I had to watch different business I started going to different pop-ups with my sister, even though I was working, but I was watching. I watched and see what people like, what people dislike, what people buy more of, when, where, and how they're buying. So, and I said, I built my business up on that. Around the sneaker community, a lot of people love sneakers. Me, as of now, I'm only selling Jordans, retro Jordans, because that's what's popping. You'll pay anything to get your Jordans. And when you get a business and you have a price set, you can't give out. I'm not knocking anybody who are able to afford it, but you got to think about this is a business. This is like how you it determines your inventory. It determines how many people come to you. It determines your inventory, determines a whole bunch of things. A whole bunch of things into this. Okay. So the thing is, say I give my mama a discount or my sister a discount, therefore I can't make this much inventory. Well, this money that I just gave it up, I could have made inventory with it. When you make the money, don't put it with your personal money. Put it with business money so you can continue to grow your business until you get it to a certain standard. My standard is high. My standard is going to as high as the ceiling. You hear me? So I want my business to excel. I want to be a millionaire. And when my mind becomes a multi-millionaire in this business industry, I want it to become a billionaire, a multi-billion-dollar company, because I'm going to branch off and do different things, different investments. Not only am I going to stay at one thing, you don't start something to stay at one exact thing. You have to grow your business and have a mind frame. Oh, well, if I got $100,000, well, why can't I make this 300,000, 400,000, 500,000? when you make something, don't settle for that. You make your mind up to double it, triple it, quadruple. That's your mindset that you should have. I'm sorry, I'm still getting stuff, people ordering stuff and stuff like that, and asking, inquiring about things. So excuse me on that. But yes, and like I said, me, when I'm first starting out, because I'm not gonna even tell you a story. I have a couple of products, like I said right now. In 2 or 3 days, I've counted $500. Well, I started out, I have put in my business, borrowed from myself, my personal account, because I will get it back. I have borrowed only $300. And if I get 5 and then I sell more products and more stuff, it'd have been paid for itself, because I'm getting my money back. Because the money that I spent, it's not going in the business account, but the profit that I make is going in my business account. That's not my money. That is for the business. You have to think like that. You can't take your personal money, or you can't take your business money and think, well, if I take this, I can still build. No, you cannot build. If you take your business, it's different from your personal life. Just like they say, you can't mix business with pleasure, right? So I can't mix my business with the pleasure of making me satisfied at home. No, I have to think about that. I want my business to sell. So therefore, I'm going to sit here and say, well, when I make this sale, this came out of the business account, I'm adding with the business money, because I have a goal, I have a dream. Don't let nobody tell you that you can't. You can. I have a lot of people telling me, well, it might not work out like you think. You might as well go back to a 9 to 5. You might as well go. No, I will not. I will not. See, because if I hear a lot of people say this, I'm not saying nothing wrong with having a plan B, but if you know your plan A is your bread and butter, you cannot fail, because you will not allow yourself to fail, because you know this is what I got to do. Now, if I'm not, versus saying, well, if this don't work out well, I know I don't have no room to fail if I don't have a plan, if I don't have nowhere to fail to. If I fall, if I don't have a ground to fall on, or if I don't have a shoulder or back, how am I going to fall? Because I know that I have to be strong. That builds you up to be stronger. And that's what I'm trying to do. And I'm trying to get young people, old people, it doesn't matter. Even if you're on government assistance, saying that you're older, I'm saying like government and like Social Security, if you're older and that money isn't enough, sitting at home purchasing things that young people look like, because young people, I'm not just saying just young people in general, but majority of the time is young people that'll buy anything that they'll want, no matter the cost, long as you stay stern on your price. Like I said, you don't have to change your prices. The same price that I sell to my customers for, I'm going to sell to my mom for. I'm going to sell to my sister for. I'm going to sell to my cousins for. I'm not going to go, my friends, everybody will get the same price, because it's a business. It's a business. If Jordan did that, he will not be as successful as he is in his business. Now he's able to give out discounts, maybe. So it's different things. I just use Jordan as an example, but I'm just saying anybody could do this. Just get on your grind. And like I said, I will I don't know if the next video, no, because today is Friday. Next video tomorrow, I hopefully will be putting up, is I'm trying to put out the review of the Retro 13 Flint that's supposed to be coming out. The shoe review that I'm supposed to be getting in. So that's what I'll be putting out next. But the video after that will have different vendors. It will have places that you can buy your products on at reasonable prices. And like I said, just stay tuned, continue to watch, and continue to try to excel. Don't let anyone tell you that you can't. Stay on the road to success. Start a road to success if you're not there. Like I said, things that you can buy. Like I said, you can buy cell phone cases. People always need AirPods. When you buy them in bulks, they come cheaper. So cell phone cases, AirPod cases, watch bands. I got a call this morning for watch bands. I don't even sell those, but I am going to start now. Different things. And when people tell you stuff and ask you to get it, if you can afford it, get it in, because they're not the only ones that's out there that's thinking about getting that one or two things. So, like I said, stay tuned. Thanks for tuning in. And it is 2:00 in the afternoon. And I hope that you guys have a great weekend and catch y'all back here again with another review Saturday on the Flint Retro 13s. Hopefully I get them in. If I don't, like I said, the next after that then will be in line is the vendors list, the free vendors list, and where to start buying wholesale items in case you wanted to start your own business. And with that said, have a nice day. Peace. We out.